Today we're looking at the Egyptian FN49 semi-automatic 8mm. Let's get to the bench and take a look at it. Egyptian FN49. Let's get a closer look at it. Very unique rifle. As I said before, it's an 8mm semi-automatic rifle. You don't see a lot of these around. Just take a little glance at it. Okay, let's talk about the Egyptian FN49. This is the most common out of all the FN49s. They were made in several variations, different countries, different calibers. This is the Egyptian FN49 in 8mm. It has a fixed 10-round magazine. It was first developed in around 1939, 1940. Let's get you a little bit closer look at it. It's very, it's big, it's bulky, it's heavy, kind of M1 Garand like. The first time I ever saw one of these rifles, I was like, I have to have one. Really neat, unique, semi-automatic 8mm Mauser. Basically, this gun was, World War II stopped the development of this gun. The factory was taken over by the Nazis. Many feel it would have been a big part if it wouldn't have been stopped. Egypt was the largest contractor for the FN at the time. They adopted this rifle in the late 40s, early 50s. They also had a bunch of 8mm laying around, so that's kind of where they decided to go with the 8mm on their end. About 35,000 units were ordered by Egypt from FN. Some of the other variants include Luxembourg, Albania, Venezuela, which Venezuela did the 7mm Mauser. Belgium and Argentina were also involved. I know Argentina and Luxembourg chambered theirs in .308, which is the most desirable caliber for the US, but harder to come by. Has a long sight radius on it with a rear peep sight. It is a short stroke piston operated gun. So you have your peep sight in the rear here, and you also have your windage adjustment. This here is your bolt holdback. Your safety is mounted down here. As you can see, the gun is clear. It is a 10-round box magazine, 8mm, fed by stripper clips, 5 at a time. Very smooth shooting gun. It's a heavy gun, so very minimal recoil, solid shooter, just a very cool old rifle. This one, unfortunately, has had a different stock put on it. This is not the original stock. The original stocks had one of the like gold discs here. They kind of tell you different things about the rifle. So this one has been restocked. I know Century Arms imported a bunch of them and they refinished them, restocked them. This one doesn't appear to have been by them because there's no import markings on it. So somebody at some point must have just decided to put a new stock on it. You know, a lot of the stocks were beat up and old and not in very good condition. You can see some of the writing on the side here. It's got the Egyptian crest here. At least that's what I'm told. I don't know a huge amount about these. I'm learning as well. This is a little dust cover that covers the action here. It's got a nice trigger on it. Up front here is where you have access to your gas system. You got your front sight. Everyone I've ever seen has this style of, it's not really a muzzle brake, it's just kind of a muzzle cover. Very neat gun though. Very interesting gun. It's one of my favorite surplus guns. If you're into surplus, this is definitely a gun that I would look into. Like, you don't come across them that much. I have seen them anywhere from about $700 to around $1,200 value wise. It just depends on the originality, what flavor it is, what caliber it is, what condition it is. Like anything, you know, that all comes into play. I got this one on the low end just because of it having to be restocked. I really wasn't too worried about that. I wanted the gun. I didn't necessarily want to pay top value for it. I'm not looking to make really money on it. I just wanted to enjoy shooting one of these. So, you know, you could always look for one that's been restocked just to be able to experience it. I feel that if you buy it for the right price, you'll at least retain the value. You're just not gonna probably make a ton of money on it. Also up front here you have the bayonet, which I haven't come across one with the bayonet. I've seen a few pictures of them, but I don't know how common those are or how easy they are to find. You also got a little trap door back here, which I opened. I have nothing in there. I believe it was just a cleaning kit that was in there at one point. Outside of that, that's about all I have on this one. Just wanted to kind of feature it. Once again, weather is crappy. Can't get out to the range. It's very windy and rainy, so I figured I'd at least show you something cool. As always, if you can, please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.